Alrighty, everybody. I've had some requests for some rune readings here. So you'll find on the shop there are many different rune sets to choose from. There are constantly new sets being made. These are the Elderfark runes. I enjoy working with these guys. They are made of resin. Every set is handmade. And runes are a little different. So I want to kind of give a quick rundown of what runes are and how they were used, and give a little forecast. So I'm just kind of messing around with these guys because I've set the intention prior to getting started that I want to do kind of like this, where are we headed, like 2020 type of reading, because 2020 really has been just like what the heck on all of us, right? Lots of hidden blessings, but certainly not the smoothest road that any of us have ever traveled. I'm sure we can just agree on that. So, runes, how they were used were you'd have a wise one that would come in and kind of give you an idea of the energy. Where has the energy been? Where is the energy going? So, kind of this idea of a past, a present, and a future rune. And it wasn't like a reading, it wasn't a psychic reading, it was a casting. It was this idea of they're going to cast the stones, we're going to see what you get, and you're going to give an idea of where you're headed if the path that we're on continues. So what's the beauty in that? What's the beauty in knowing where we're going if the path continues? Well, that allows us to make changes. That allows us to act accordingly. If you knew that maybe the energy wasn't that great, then what can you do? How do you change that? And so there's a lot of power in knowing where the energy's headed. There's also some pitfalls because sometimes what if, someone might overthink things or whatever. And so that's the importance of grounding. We'll talk about that on another day. But for now, let's just see. So I'm going to just kind of pull 3 runes for the collective. We're going to cast 3 runes for the collective and just say, okay, so what's going on? So 2020, where have we been coming from here? Can you tell us? And so it's kind of funny because I got some duality here, not gonna lie. Kind of wanted to pull this one. So this is the one that I selected. Problem being that in doing so and selecting this one, yeah, well, this guy jumped out right here. So we have some double messages or duality. We'll see what's going on. So let's take a look. So the first one that I was actually drawn to, so that's very interesting because this kind of represents like death, but death is not necessarily a bad thing. It's the falling away of the old, falling away, because this also has to do with like dreaming and magic and believing in all these things. And if you're here right now and you're getting a rune reading and this is something that is not typically in your wheelhouse, well, that's part of what's going on here with 2020. And they say that's where we've been coming from. So some old things had to fall away. There had to be some falling away, and we're being drawn to the mysticism and the mystical ways, the magical ways of life. Okay, so the second rune that just happened to jump out and was like, yo, don't forget me. So it's intuition, our light within. It represents dawn. So in the Elder Frog, that would be dawn. And so it's cool because this is the awakening. So how many of you have said, is this the Great Awakening? Are we changing up what we're thinking here? Are we changing our views? Well, according to these runes and according to the energy, yes, 100%. That's where we've been coming from for 2020. So this is our first rune is a collective rune of 2, so we'll take that. So 2 is also cool because then you got some new things coming. Woo, they're lively. Okay, so the second one, where are we at? Where are we right now? So energetically, there's a lot going on. The election was last week, or maybe at this point the week before. I don't even know anymore. It's just been whatever. So yes, we are coming from Massachusetts, United States. So yeah, we'll go with this guy. This one is just like, hey, this is what's up. And so this is where we're at according to the energy right now in this present moment with this present awareness in this earth time, in this earth lifetime. Yes, it's good to be Precise. Okay. So this is about birth. It has to do with Earth. So birth, Earth, our Mother Earth, the rebirth of Mother Earth. So how we do things. I literally often think if we don't smarten up, then Mother Earth is just going to be like, see you later. But if you look at this from the first rune and the fact that it talks about an awakening and a change, and then here we go, we get the earth. So is this recognizing our true history and our true potential and why we're here? It's a heavy rune. It's a heavy idea to think like, oh, we're in the awakening, and then the present moment we are just one with this earth. We're connected, and we've known for a long time that if we didn't reconnect with the earth, that we were going to be in trouble. There's a lot of different arguments over how to solve that. Not here to dispute any of those. But this is where we're at. Right now, we are uncovering Earth. So where are we headed? If we continue on this path, and if we stay where we're at, and if we keep on this great awakening, what is the blessing? So we've got another 2 months here, month and 3 weeks of 2020. And let's see, where's our end game? I'm just gonna dive right in here and go for it. Push these away. Oh, look at this. The up and up. So this is where we're headed. Let me pull this in a little closer here for you. So, any of my friends who know their runes? Victory! So according to the energy right now, we're heading for victory. So it's very interesting. This is also the warrior rune. With that said, where we might be heading is for a longer battle. I hate to say it, but this is victory, but it's also battle. So you've got some things. And what's really cool is I'm trying to get like a nice clear view. There we go. And it's almost like fighting back at me on this one. It's almost like it's a wild horse over here. So this energy feels a little bit torn up, but also good. There's a lot of justice in this, and also like rationality. So right now, it's been very interesting to see that like we've been divided a lot. There's two very different ways of thinking going on right now, and each side of the coin thinks the other one's out of their freaking gourds. But what would be really cool is if the truth just came to light, and that was our great victory. And so to me, and how I'm going to kind of interpret this energy right now, is that throughout 2020, we have been in this place of uncovering the truth and uncovering what is really going on here. And I don't know that the solution really is a side or any political party's ways or not ways. It's uncovering the truth about Earth. What's the bigger picture? Who are we really? At the end of the day, what is everyone actually looking for? The meaning of life. Everyone wants to know, why are we here? And to me, this is where we're at, is why are we here? And I do feel like we are going to be victorious, and that the truth is going to come. And instead of this dualistic way of thinking and this dualistic approach of it has to be one or the other, and therefore if it's one way, then the other way is wrong, because that just doesn't have to be like that. And so to me, we are going to be victorious in coming together as one, even if it doesn't happen overnight. And so although these runes are pulled for 2020, I do feel like this is pointing up, and the reason why it won't go into focus all the time on the camera is because the energy is changing so fast. Everything's changing so quickly. And so if there's one thing we can all do to help this awakening and to help Earth and to help this information come forth, is to keep your vibration up. Keep your vibration up. Find people who you can resonate with. Do activities that make you happy. Try not to fight with others and start arguments, because it's just going to bring the energy down. Remember, we are on the up and up. You just have to hold steadfast in that belief. Thank you for listening. I hope you tune in again.